customer says the gate only one side of it works. So first thing we're going to do, we know the first operator works. Your first operator is always the one closest to the panel. We're going to take this second one, and we're going to put it in the first operator hole. That'll tell you if the operator's got a problem or if this board's got a bad spot in it. And these wires are color coded, so you just got to put it in the right slots. Black, red, green, and white. Give it a little tug test, turn it on. Okay. We got a problem with that other arm over there. I'm going to try it one more time, make sure I got all my wires hooked up good. Okay. The problem ain't in the board. It's in that other arm over there. So let's go over there and see what we got. Thank you. See which one it is that fits them. Must not be that one. Let's see. What else we got in here? I think that one will work. You can do this yourself, even though I am a professional, self-proclaimed professional at fixing these things. This one has been out of warranty for a while, so let me see. Yep, got to have some pliers on that. There's a switch inside here. It tells this gate when open and closed. I don't know if that's the matter or not. We'll know in a minute. Let's see. Warranty label just went. Let's see what we got here. We got it full of water for one thing. Let me get a switch. We'll try it. Let's see. Cut. Inside these, there's a green and white wire. Got to cut them. Make a note how this thing's laying in here just like that. Get your new one and try to copy that. It's gonna be like that. Okay. Need to skin them wires a little bit. That one's getting a little bit too much. Splicing those green and white wires from your new switch. You don't have to mess with your power cables. That black and red one, just leave it alone because it goes to the motor. Just get you some little electric clips, wing nuts, whatever you call them, wire nuts. Put all your wires out of the way. When you take this thing apart, make sure those grooves go back in the same hole. me see what happens. Green. White. Yep. See what now? I'll make sure that so we know the first operator works well. And anytime you got a double gate, if you're not sure which side's whether it's the operator or the board, you can take the second operator out and put it in the first one because you know it works. And it'll think you're just trying to hook up a single gate opener. And so cutting that won't hurt a thing. Hold that in, it's twisting.
What did you figure out?
I'm thinking it's that switch we put in it, but not sure. But anytime you can pull on them wires, give it a pretty good tug. If it comes out, you got a problem. And I think one of these lugs was not tightening down good on that green wire. You pull on it, it comes out. It ain't no good. But it's got a little thing that when you screw it on, it pinches those in there. Okay, those are good. Now we're gonna hook the first operator up. Black one goes in the first bottom hole. And it says right on there. But give it a little love tug. Red one goes in the next hole. Second hole up. Give it a little tug. And the green one goes in the next hole. And the white one. All right, let's go put this one back together. Shouldn't be no water in here. I'm gonna dry that out. Well, these things have a drain hole in the bottom, and evidently it wasn't draining because it had water in it. So I'm gonna mop it out. This drain hole's clear, so I'm gonna put it back together. This right here, when this gate closes, you see it, that white thing's gonna come in there, and it's gonna push that switch back. That way it stops it from just unscrewing and tearing up something. See, we got that in there. There went that. In case you're doing this, it takes a star head to get them bolts out and get them back. Not sure what size it is, and all this mess is plastic. So ratchet your drill back some so it don't strip something out. All right. He had a washer on there. You don't really need one, but we'll put it back. You want to keep them happy. Quit working again. Tell you what, do. Go over there and turn it on and mash the clicker while I mess with it. See if we ain't got a short somewhere right here. If your gate's out of warranty, you can go ahead and work on it because you can't hurt it. Because if it ain't working, it's still not going to be working. But if it's still under warranty, I'd get back with the company you bought it from. Go over and do what I showed you a while ago. Yeah, either one. I want to see if it'll operate. Hang on. I think I see a matter. Yep. That's off our box. So that'd be our fault.
Bad switch that we tried to use was missing.
Now, there's a wire there that's supposed to be soldered right there. I can fix it, but I can't fix it right this second. Wait a minute. I think I'm putting that in upside down. I think it needs to go like that.
What does that thing do?
That is called a limit switch. Go over and do what I was showing you a while ago. Good morning, everybody. If you've got an electric gate, these are linear. Used to be what called GTO. The homeowner model is Mighty Mule. They've kind of stepped it up, but linear is what they're calling themselves now. This is same thing as a GTO 2000. 2000 just means it's one gate. 2002 means there's two gates. You'll have two operators. On this particular gate, one side opens, one side don't. Well, since they work in tandem, if one side gate works right, most of the time neither one of them's going to work right. It'll open up halfway or it'll beep or whatever. It can be frustrating. But anyway, I've already done a diagnosis on this and figured out it's going to be a limit switch, which what that means is it tells the gate where to stop, where the gates match. And when they open up, there is no set you set your brackets for the open position, but the closed position, you have a switch inside this arm and they'll go bad. And that's what I'm going to change out today, is put this switch in here. On this particular model, you take this collar off right here. It screws off. You get a star head. I'm not sure. It says a CR-V T25, so I guess it's a T25 star head is what takes these screws out. Now you're going to turn this over to all these screws are going to fall out. Take the top half of this off and set it over there. I didn't put this back in the other day, but here's how you're going to change it out. Pretty simple. There's a green wire and a white wire. If it's never been changed, they're still going to be hooked up. You'll have to cut them, then put them back together with a wire, whatever you call them, wire nut. This is what it looks like on the back side. I don't know if you can see it. I'll show it to you. This is what that switch looks like. And the number on it is, I don't know. You go and looking it up, it'd be for a GTO or Lanier 2000. But that's what it's going to look like. This screws to the back of the motor housing. This is actually the switch that flicks it. When it hits that, it tells it to stop opening. When it goes forward, I'll show you all that in a minute. Green to green. White to white. This is about a $45 part that you can put in yourself. Otherwise, this arm is about like $500. No fun. magnetized. This back one fits down in a groove. You want to make sure them rings are still right. They fit down in there. If you don't have them right, it ain't gonna work. You're dealing with a bunch of plastic, so you got to be careful with this stuff. What I like to do before I put it all back together, and see if it works. And then something not work, you got to take it all back apart. Come over here to this. On these, you only take out the 4 front screws. If you take these out, the whole front of it will come off. But that's for getting access to the batteries. A lot of people don't know it, but all these, not all of them, but most of these homeowner models like this, unless it's going into a residential area, they all work off of a battery. The only thing different about it is how you charge it. And so far, it still ain't working. Let me take this here switch off.
Still hold it down? Let me still hold it?
Try either way.
Nothing. We're still troubleshooting. It's still not wanting to do what it's supposed to. So what are you doing now to try to troubleshoot?
You can test the motor.
There it goes.
See if it's getting what it needs.
There it goes.
So we know we're getting power over there. These are color-coded wires, and it says in here like the first wire at the bottom is black. Next one is red. You want to do this with the switch off, because this little circuit board's about $500 an hour, $400, whatever.
Are you putting that in the first operator to do a test?
Nope. I'm just putting it back where it belongs to see. I know I'm getting used to the motor. I may have to run that one all the way in. We'll do that.
What's that do?
Well, I'm spinning it. Normally it wouldn't be spinning. There'd be a worm gear inside. Turning that, it's going to come back and touch it. Touch that. We know the first operator works. So the way to eliminate whether it's the operator or the board, take the wires out of the second one and put them in the first one. If that operator still don't work, because you know this side of the gate works, this side of the board works. So when you take the operator wires, there's only 4 of them. You take them 4 wires out of that side, put them in the first operator, which is always the one closest to your gate, or it should be. If it works, then you know there's a problem with that arm over there. There's only 4 wires you got to disconnect to do that. Okay. Still something with that other arm over there. We're gonna leave it right there for a second. You keep trying to get the first or second operator. I mean that. I think there's a short somewhere in these wires because I'm not getting anything, and it's just sitting over there beeping. So, and the other day when we was messing with it, it would come on for a second and then go back out. So I don't know. I'll check see if we got. I'm gonna hook these wires to a battery over there, and then see if I got voltage here. Okay. I'm gonna try and see if I can set up a. I'm gonna put this voltmeter on here. See if I got continuity in those wires, because it acts like something's broke.
Because sometimes when we move the arm, it goes on and off, right? The connection.
Yep. I'm gonna put it on the green one and the white one. Let's see. Now I'm gonna touch the green and white one together over here and see if I get a tone. This green one and white one. Touch these two together. Let's see if we got a tone over there. I'm gonna put the green and white wire together with a wire nut so they're constantly touching. I want to wiggle stuff around other wires over there and see if it breaks continuity, because sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. So that kind of leads me to think there's a short. See? There it is right there.
There's a break in the wire right there, huh?
Right there.
Right in there. Yep. There it is.
Okay, that's how I find a short. You find it ever how you want to, but now we're gonna fix that and hope to get her gate going. Yep.
Go.
What we've done so far is I've hooked continuity tester up so I'd have a tone And I'll go over to the box and take those two wires, the green and white one, which is the ones that go to this limit switch. Touch them together. I got them wired together with a wire nut over there, and I'd get a tone. Started moving this wire, and I got right here, and it wasn't making no tone. So you can look right here. I'm gonna have to open this up and do a little surgery on it. Hopefully not cut myself. Hear that thing's beeping now. There's your broke wire.
Yeah.
I would suspect somebody got it with a weed eater or whatever. Normally when these are installed, at least when I do it, I'll put a piece of conduit right here, because a weed eater, this thing is no match for a weed eater.
That's the
Okay,
problem.
there's your problem right here.
Not there. So their switch may be good, huh?
I don't know. I can put it back and see. I don't want to put parts in it. There ain't nothing wrong with them.
Right.
Ain't no need charging her for parts. Get on out of here with that noisy thing. Nobody wants to hear that, right?
Right. Trying to do something here.
Trying to do something here. Let's see if we can find something to put that back together.
What you looking for?
I'll try to use a wire connector. That'd be a small one. Looks like they're all gone out of that kit. If I have to. If I ain't got what I need to get her going, I'll either run to the parts store or I'll run another wire and just use wire nuts and tape them up to it fairly well. Okay, we found the break. I'm gonna have to run to the parts store and get some electric tape because it's at home.
Because we didn't know we was going to be splicing wires.
No. Okay. Turn the box. Never mind. It's not hooked up. Hang on. I'm gonna put everything back together because I know that's what's wrong with it.
You putting everything back in its place?
Yep, because it's gonna work now.
Yep.
I know that. I'm gonna put their switch back on it because it was nothing wrong with that. It was a broke wire. Weed eater got a hold to it. And then I'm gonna run and get some electric tape. Seal it up good. Just remember, weed eaters and these cables don't get along. The weed eater will win every time. But hopefully that'll help you in figuring something out when you about to lose your mind, that you put that switch in there. I ordered that switch last week because sometimes it would work, sometimes not. So I said, well, That switch is intermittent, which on these electronics is not unusual. Good thing about these is you don't have to know algebra to work on them. Like my like my math teacher told me in high school. I told her, I said, I don't think I'll ever need algebra. And she said, no, you won't, but the smart kids might. We're going to put all this back together and you'll get to see it work like it's supposed to.
Are you putting her switch back in?
Yep. There's my other screwdriver. Actually, I don't know if that's her switch or mine. I think that's hers right there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put this one back in the box. Not much meat on that one. I'm going to redo it.
Sometimes troubleshooting takes a minute. Takes time to figure out the problem. So people wonder why you have to charge for repairs, but that's why. Sometimes it takes a minute.
And 2 trips.
Yeah.
This will be 3 time I go to the parts store, but I won't charge her for that because that's from me not remembering to bring some electric tape. That's my fault. So I won't charge her for that.
Gas prices these days going out of sight.
Don't pinch none of your wires when you're putting this back together. There's 3 rings here and they sit right down in those grooves right there. Well, got to put this on first. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's see, that goes like that. Now, make sure that's out of the way. Set that back down in there. Make sure this is back in those 3 grooves. Push them wires out of the way. I need to screw that in a little bit. Out. And there should be a short screw there. Okay, let's see what it does now. Okay, put it back together, put it on the gate. I'll show you how to set the close and make it remember where it's got to close too. Put that clamshell on top. You kick me that. and flip it upside down. Mental note that you're dealing with plastics to clutch your drill if you're going to use one. Something you need to be aware of, if this thing is still under warranty and you cut that, if you cut that label right there, when you send it back, they're going to have a gotcha moment. They're going to say, oh, you voided the warranty on it. And the warranty, I think, is only good for 2 years. This has been on 3, so it didn't really matter. So the warranty's already gone after 2 years. But at least these, you can put parts in. The other ones, little homeowner model, most of them that you buy at the Tractor Supply or whatever, they got a throwaway warranty. When it tears up, you throw it away. Put those clips in there. Now with your gates fully open, this is how you set them to close. Turn it on. You're going to make sure both of them is fully open. See, neither one of them moved. In case you've already had these things out before, mash and hold the set close button. That may clear anything you got out there. Over here, you got to close and open jog for this gate. You got to close and open for that one. Okay. Open, open. You'll run it out there about where you think you want it. Then stop it. And you'll run your other one over here.
Working.
Now, see, that one's not quite right. You just barely bump back and get it like that. When you get it that way, press and hold set limit. It beeps. Don't open it back up with those buttons. You have to use a remote. That gate, those operators, that switch replaced, it's counting how many turns it takes to open this gate back up. It'll beep at you, letting you know. All right. So to close it, check it. One gate's going to close before the other in case there's an overlap, ornamental overlap, or a latch or a lock or whatever. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me see if I got some electric tape. If not, I'm going to have to make a run to the parts store. Seal that up good. Convenient. I'm going to pull up a little slack there.
That's what a weed eater do for you.
It looks like it's going to look like where a snake swallowed a rat when I get in with it. But it's going to be a lot better than buying a whole new arm. Okay. Recap. One side was working, one side not. Come over and troubleshot it. Couldn't get this side to work, and finally put a new limit switch in it. It would work intermittently. Laying on the ground, it would work. Put it back on the gate, it wouldn't work, even with a new switch in it. So that's frustrating. So on the video, I took the green and white wires that goes to this side, and I wire tied them together. Then I did a continuity test over here on this side, so I was getting a tone on my voltmeter. Then I started moving the wires around, and the tone broke on it. So that's telling you that you don't have a connection anymore. So I went down, and that's where I found where it looks like a weed eater or a hoe got it and cut. It only cut the white wire, which is enough, and it didn't work. So we're gonna give it a go now. We'll open it back up. She's got a automatic opener over here. I want to make sure that it works. I'll let it close back. Another little tip: when you install those automatic openers, that cable in the ground, there's a sensor back there. Make sure that your truck or car, whatever you're working on, ATV, whatever, make sure it's not parked there, because it'll calibrate, and then it'll have to be something even bigger than that. Another little tidbit is if you got these gates on auto close, they're going to close in a minute and open back in a minute when something goes by. If you're mowing your yard, best thing to do is just turn it off until you get through mowing around here, because every time you come by with a mower, it's going to open the gates, and they're going to automatically close. It's going to open when you go back by and close. Your gates are going to sit in there. So the easiest thing to do, if you're going to need to leave them open for a while, is open it and turn the switch off, or you can start to make them close and then stop it. Once it started to close, that's letting you know it's fixing to close. Once they start to close, if you stop them right now, it'll stay open until you open them back up. Then the timer is going to start again. Now I'm going to drag this by. It should go over that sensor, and it should open it back up if I can find it. And that's that. This job is finished except for the getting the payola part.
That's a wrap.